I'm Mike Sullivan. We're at the BMW Championship at Conway Farms here in Lake Forest, Illinois. We were at a Pro-Am the other day, and what was really interesting was we saw one of the tour players working on a very basic fundamental right on the golf course during the tournament. We're going to take a look at what he was working on. So this week we're with International Sports Management teaching their clients at the BMW Championship just outside of Chicago at Conway Farms. And Wednesday we were at the Pro-Am, and during the Pro-Am, Kevin Kistner, we're following his group, you could say, and sure enough he's in the fairway, and in the middle of the fairway he does our little posture drill, or the drill that we teach people posture with, where you put the club behind your back. And I thought, you know what? If these guys are working on their fundamentals, even in a Pro-Am, even in some sort of play on the golf course, then this is something you can do too, so can I. So we're gonna revisit the posture drill and why it's so important to have good posture and how you can ensure that you've got great posture before you get to that golf shot. All right, so here's what we saw him do. So Kistner's in the fairway, and he's got his target down here. We're not gonna hit a ball, so it's okay. We've got these trees around. And sure enough, he takes the club, puts it behind his back, and sets up like this, gets going, and hits a shot. So here's the thing. If we've got good posture, that means that our spine is in a neutral spine angle. If we're in a neutral spine angle, then we have the ability to turn our shoulders. If we can turn our shoulders, then we can swing our arms and the club around our body. If we've got bad posture though, our spine will be bent, we cannot turn our shoulders, and we're gonna see golf swings that look more like this. And you don't see that on the PGA Tour very often, because those guys have good posture, they make a nice turn. So here's a little refresher. Do this on the practice range the next time you go practice. Take your golf club, hold it upside down. I'm using my right hand. Put that club behind your back. Get the grip of the club touching your tailbone right here. Lean your head back, so now you know you've got really good posture. I'm gonna keep the club on my tailbone and my head, soften my knees a little bit, and bend, keeping the club on my tailbone and my head. So it's forcing me to have really good posture, a nice neutral spine angle. I'm gonna let my free hand hang straight down from my shoulders. By the way, notice that I'm not holding the club up this way. We don't wanna do that, no need for that. Let my free arm hang down, my right arm hangs down, right below my shoulders. Then I'm gonna drop my head and let my hands meet the grip together. What we're looking for is hands hanging straight down from shoulders, butt on end of the club points at my belt, and I want to be able to have my weight evenly distributed on my feet. When we do this at first, it's really common for people to get their weight back on their heels. We've got to have the weight evenly distributed. One more thing, when we set up, you probably can't see this from this distance, but the toe of the club is probably going to be raised a little bit if we've got clubs that fit us. All right, so just real quick to re-summarize, club upside down, get it touching your head and your tailbone, bending from the hips. Make sure your weight's not back on your heels now. Let your free arm hang straight down. Hands right down, out, straight down from the shoulders. Make sure your posture is good. Then you can work on your pivot. And boy, if you've got a good pivot and a good turn, due to good posture, you're gonna get really good at this game, and those scores will come down from working on the fundamentals.